rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning and welcome to RPtv. Today is Wednesday, November 20, 2019. As we move closer to the winter season, it seems as if we can't get away from the hurricane season. Colin has a report.
A new storm named Sebastian has been formed in the Atlantic Ocean at the end of the Atlantic hurricane season. The season officially begins on June 1st and runs until November 30th. It is not uncommon for a named storm to form late in the season or after the season ends. The Sebastian storm is the 19th named storm of the 2019 hurricane season. It is moving north to northwest at a pace of 8 miles per hour in the open waters with sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. The National Hurricane Center reported that the storm is expected to be absorbed by the cold front. For now, Sebastian's tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 105 miles from its center and almost 250 miles northeast of Leeward Islands, but no coastal advisories or warnings are in effect.
There is an emergency blood shortage in our area, and many students and staff members are donating blood today. But did you ever wonder what happens to the blood once it is donated? Let's go to Michelle to find out.
When blood is drawn, do you ever wonder about its journey? There are 5 steps that happen when donating blood. Step 1 is the actual donation, where you arrive for your blood donation appointment and your health history and a mini physical are completed. For a whole blood donation, about 1 pint of blood is collected. Several small test tubes of blood are also collected for testing. Your donation test tubes and your donor record are labeled with an identical barcode label. Your donation is kept on ice before being taken to a Red Cross center for processing. The test tubes are taken to a lab. Step 2 is the processing step. In this step, information about your donation is scanned into a computer database. Step 3 is the testing. In parallel with Step 2, your test tubes arrive at a testing lab. A dozen tests are performed to establish the blood type and test for infectious diseases. Test results are transferred electronically to the processing center within 24 hours. Step 4 is the storage of the blood. When test results are received, units suitable for transfusion are labeled and stored. Step 5 is the distribution. Blood is available to be shipped to hospitals 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hospitals typically keep some blood units on their shelves, but may call for more at any time, such as in case of large-scale emergencies.
Now it's time for announcements. Anime Club will meet November 1st, room 105 after school. Tabletops Games Club will meet in the library after school on Wednesdays. Come check out a wide variety of board and card games. See Mrs. Amoroso or Miss Lemke for details. French Soiree at Casano Community Center on November 21st at 7 p.m. Enjoy French dishes and desserts. Mr. Williamson, the music teacher, and Madame Nezues invite all the students. Game night. Video Game Club and Tabletop Games Club are hosting a game night on Friday, November 22nd, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the library. Bring your friends and come play your favorite video and tabletop games. Pizza and snacks will be available for purchase. Thanksgiving Food Drive. there will be a non-perishable and canned food drive to collect food for the RPHS student pantry. You can drop donations off in the main office, nurse's office, and room 10. See Mrs. Rango with any questions. Collection for this drive will run until November 26th. Pet supply donations. Let's make the pets happy for the holidays. From now until November 26th, the SAS Club will be collecting pet supplies to be donated to an animal hospital. Please bring pet food, blankets, toys, or any other pet supplies to room 5. Pepperali Prep. Students in grades 9 to 10 are welcome to join in making posters for Pepperali on Tuesday, November 26, 2019 from 3 to 6 p.m. in student cafeteria. Refreshments will be served. Please join us and share your school spirit. If you are interested in purchasing a yearbook for $90, contact Mr. Fuji. There is a limited number of yearbooks available. The RPHS Theater Department is pleased to announce that the 2020 RPHS Spring Musical will be Disney's The Little Mermaid. Auditions will be held December 2nd and 4th at 5:30 p.m. Sign-up sheets and audition packets are located in the high school main office. All students that wish to audition must sign up, fill out an audition packet, and bring the packet to the audition. See Mr. Witkowski or Miss Domrowski or Miss Rango with any questions, or email Musical Director Doc Panetta. Mayor Sig and the Borough Council invite you to celebrate the magic of the season with Santa's Parade of Lights and the annual Christmas Lighting and Holiday Gala on Friday, December 6, 2019. Resident groups and organizations are welcome to participate in the parade by decorating their vehicles with holiday lights and ornaments. Vehicle parade assembly will begin at 5:30 p.m. at the Sherman Elementary School. The parade will depart from the school at 6 p.m. on the East Grant Avenue to Michael Maury Gazebo Park, followed by Christmas tree lighting and performances. Friends Club Movie Day. December 11, Ratatouille with Chef Gusteau. The snack is included popcorn, chips, cookies, juice. Right after the school in the library. Tickets are $5. Get your tickets today from Yassine, Ivani, or Ryan. No tickets will be selling at the door. Spirit Days. Thursday, 21st November, sports team, jersey, and hat day. Wear the gear of your favorite pro team. Friday, 22nd November, Pajama Day. Head into the weekend in comfortable fashion. Monday, Meme Day, 25th November. Dress up as your favorite or a funny meme. Tuesday, 26th November, Twins Day. Twin up with a friend or maybe a teacher. Wednesday, 27th November, Pepperali. Wear your class shirt or color. Whether you like it or you hate it, there is no way avoiding the Black Friday. But if you pay attention to Colin, you may just catch a break.
With Black Friday being only a week away, we already have a sight of the deals being offered. There are many deals being offered, from trees to TVs and AirPods, with some being offered online and others in store. Leaked ads from Best Buy say they will be offering large smart TVs, tablets, and game consoles for lower prices. Walmart will be selling AirPods, laptops, virtual reality headsets, and TVs. If you are looking for video games, cameras, and tablets, check out Target. Looking for good prices on ancestry test TVs and soundbars? Then Amazon is the place for you. Are you looking for deals on game consoles, keyboards, TVs, and exercise equipment? Then you should look to Sam's Club for deals. Finally, looking for deals on handbags, sheets, boots and shoes, and luggage? And so make sure to check out Macy's.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Want to talk about controversial topics? Then Debate Club is for you.
Debate is open in room 7 every other Wednesday.
Come and watch our debates.
Dude, I can't believe you feel that way about immigration. Are you serious, man?
I'm not joking.
You're not joking, really? Really?
I disagree with you.
Really? Well, I think your opinion's garbage.
Guys, relax. You all have excellent points. Why don't you guys just join debate club? We hope to see you there.
For watching. Have a great day. Stay tuned for CNN 10.
A change in United States policy concerning the nation of Israel. That's what's first today on CNN 10. I'm Carl Azus. Grateful you're spending 10 minutes of your day with us. This week, the Trump administration announced that the establishment of Israeli settlements in the West Bank is not inconsistent with international law. Here's what that means and why it's significant. Almost a tenth of Israel's population, about 700,000 Israelis, live in settlements in East Jerusalem and the West Bank. These two areas were captured by Israel in the Six-Day War of 1967. Israel sees the West Bank as its territory, so it says the settlements it builds there are legal. But a number of other countries disagree. The United Nations sees the West Bank as occupied territory, land that Israel controls but doesn't have the right to build settlements on. So there's an international dispute over the land itself and what Israel does there. Israel is America's closest ally in the Middle East. In 1978, the U.S. State Department gave a legal opinion that says Israel's settlements in the West Bank were inconsistent with international law. That was during the administration of President Jimmy Carter. The next U.S. leader, President Ronald Reagan, said the settlements were not illegal, though he did call them ill-advised. The Trump administration says its policy is in line with that of Reagan in saying the settlements were not against international law. So why does this matter? Palestinians who see the West Bank as part of their own future country say the U.S. is trying to replace international law with the, quote, law of the jungle. And the European Union, which sees Israel as an occupying power in the West Bank, says it should stop all settlement activity there. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the change in U.S. policy rights a historical wrong. We don't know how or if this will impact the work to achieve peace between Israelis and Palestinians, but the Trump administration says it still believes that continued construction of Israeli settlements won't help that process. 10-second trivia. Which of these fast food chains opened in 1954, making it the oldest on this list? Burger King, Wendy's, Subway, or Taco Bell? Burger King made its debut in Miami, Florida in 1954. It's now making headlines for serving a meatless Whopper called the Impossible Whopper, and that's made some vegans and vegetarians uncomfortable because it's cooked on the same grill as beef. One man's even suing Burger King over this, though the company says customers can request their burger to be cooked separately from the meat grill. Rachel Crane examines the upsides to plant-based meat alternatives.
Plant-based meat, or fake meat as some might call it, is wildly popular, especially on Wall Street.
Fake meat is turning into real profit.
The stock market debut for Beyond Meat went beyond.
The hottest IPO of 2019 so far.
This stock has a cult-like following.
It's going to sweep over the world.
Our mission is very simple. It's to completely replace animals as a food technology by 2035. It's basically a prehistoric technology.
As prehistoric as it is to eat meat, plant-based protein isn't exactly anything new, and neither are plant-based burgers for that matter.
Veggie burgers are here, nutritious and completely meat-free.
So why is it that companies like Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods are surging in popularity now? Notice that the packaging for these products don't include words like veggie or vegan anywhere on them, and that's on purpose.
We absolutely only categorically care about meat eaters. It doesn't accomplish anything to sell meat to a vegetarian.
But selling plant-based meat to a meat eater isn't exactly easy. That's why Beyond Meat is convincing supermarkets that its products ought to be placed directly in the meat aisle. And Impossible Foods has partnered with popular food chains to offer a plant-based alternative to their staple menu items.
This is Wu-Tang in space, eating Impossible.
The strategy is clear. Sell plant-based meat where meat eaters are actually shopping.
So whenever you're out shopping, for yourself or the whole family, meat products that have been approved by the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
And so far, the companies say this is working. In the first half of 2018, for instance, 93% of customers who bought Beyond Meat's plant-based products in Kroger grocery stores also bought real animal meat. And for consumers who bought the Impossible Whopper from Burger King, 70% of them said they regularly eat meat.
Little do they know, their Whopper patty was actually made from plants.
It might seem like consumers' taste buds are changing, but not quite. That's because today's fake meat products are created to look and taste almost exactly like real meat.
But I wanted to see if we could use science to essentially sidestep the ethical debate, sidestep all the environmental issues, and allow consumers to continue to do what they love, which is eat meat.
The visual cues are exactly the same, it responds the same, and you can use it for much more than a burger.
It's worth noting, though, that traditional vegan and vegetarian products are still generally the healthier option. And consumers looking for an all-natural food choice might be turned off by these products' long list of ingredients, a concern that certainly isn't new.
But there should be some kind of law that would keep people from selling bad food, especially meat.
Now, experts believe that the popularity of fake meat is likely here to stay. Analysts predict that alternatives to real meat will grow so much that by 2040, 60% of the world's meat likely won't even come from slaughtered animals. To make sense of that, let's look at the problems that plant-based meat can help to solve. The amount of food that we're currently growing will only feed half of the world's projected 9.8 billion people in 2050. By then, the demand for animal products is expected to increase by 70%. This means that if the world is to have enough food, we'll need more land for crops and livestock. Now take a look at Beyond Meat's plant-based burger patty. Compared to a quarter pound of real beef, Beyond Meat's burger has 99% less impact on water scarcity and 93% less impact on land use, 46% less energy, and emits 90% less greenhouse gases. And the company claims that those benefits come without sacrificing much in taste, texture, or even appearance of your food.
So if you're a farmer, hypothetically, of 100 acres, you can now grow on 7 acres what you used to grow on 100. So you've essentially gained 93 acres now to grow other crops. You can create wealth by doing that.
In the U.S., a quarter pound of plant-based meat is roughly $2 more than real meat.
If we can get the taste right and the whole sensory experience right, if we can get nutrition right to where you get all the great stuff that's in meat but none of the downside, you get price right, then it becomes, why wouldn't you do this?
But it's those three things, taste, nutrition, and price, that could stand in the way of plant-based meats becoming the alternatives that companies and advocates hope they'll be. Though it soared over the summer, Beyond Meat's stock has been steadily dropping since then. It's now less than 1/3 the price as it was at its peak in late July. Investors are concerned about increased competition from bigger food companies, and some believe that plant meats that are popular now won't stay that way. A survey that came out 5 years ago found that more than 80% of American vegetarians eventually started eating meat again. When it comes to meat alternatives, nutritionists say they're highly processed. You heard their lengthy ingredient lists mentioned. They're usually higher in sodium because they're seasoned, and though they have more fiber than beef, which has virtually none on its own, some plant alternatives have less protein. And what they do have can come from soy and pea protein isolate, which raises concerns among some dietitians. Nutritionists say that if you want a vegetarian burger, and if you want it to be the healthiest one possible, the best thing to do is to make it yourself at home. Iron Man breaks his own record. That's probably my favorite headline of the month. In this case, we mean a British inventor who built his own Iron Man suit. He set his first record 2 years ago, flying at 32 miles per hour, but then, earlier this month, with a new Iron Man suit, he destroyed that, setting a new Guinness record for fastest speed in a body-controlled jet engine-powered suit. He was flying literally at 85 miles per hour. Has he lost his mind? Can he see that everybody wants that suit? Sadly, the Tony Stark truth when you get downy to business is that you'd need more gold than iron to afford one. The end game is that it's just too expensive, though there's no doubt it's fun to marvel at. I'm Carl Azus for CNN.